Hey, we're going to have a little bit of fun here with a cube. First, I've roughed in it with pencil. You can see there's three sets of three parallel lines. You can see those are the horizontal lines right here. When your lines are parallel with each other, you have a nice solid cube. Just a little bit off and you can get kind of kittywampus. Now I'm going to ink this in, and I'm going to use a backstroke with my hand. And if you continue your backstroke, it's like a radius from your elbow. You can get a nice long arc, but in short segments it can look pretty straight with no moving parts. Just relax and let your hand go. Move the paper. It's not against the law to do that. And I'm watching that line as I draw this bottom line. I'm a little bit off there, and but that's okay. We're going to get really close, and that's what matters right now. Now the three vertical lines. You can almost feel the rhythm in those lines. So we've got a cube that's going to pass muster, and now I'm going to throw in a horizontal line. This cube could be anything from a Walmart store to a paper box of some kind, some container. It doesn't really matter. And right now I'm just going to loosen up and just dink around with this and see if a theme develops. And with a nice backstroke, I'm getting this fan look. Well, that looks like wood to me. I'm just going to continue it on and just continue the theme. I'm jamming just like you might hear in that guitar part coming up. So just continue the theme and let it fan out, and don't fight it. We're actually using this theme as a way to shade this side of the cube. So I'm going to fill in these lines with some short parallel lines. And look at the rhythm in the hand. That's the main thing, and that's what gives you the even spacing there. Don't hurry here. Take your time. Put some music on in the background and just use that as like a metronome. Alright, we finish up here. And the consistency of the spacing is the important part. And you'll see that later as we do the shadow on the box. But I'm going to take this line, I'm going to go about a 45-degree angle here and continue on the other empty ones. We're going to get this pattern here that is darkens up the whole edge. Check that out. Now the front could use a little bit of texture of some kind. Let's put some shadow on how this cube sits on this paper first of all. Now here's where you see the short parallel lines come into play. They don't have to be the same length, but look at the distance between them. It's real consistent. And I just use dots right there to let it fade out. That's me playing in the background is a tune called St. Francis. Jamming on the guitar is not too much different than just jamming right here. I don't really know what I'm doing except I'm having a good time doing it, and we don't know what's going to happen. looked like wood. How about a little grain in the front? Let's see what we can do to continue that theme onto the top. Put some cracks. A bigger crack would be kind of cool right there. So if I got a big crack, let's go down, follow that down, and that would show up like about that as it goes back into this theoretical piece of wood or whatever it is. And what it is right now isn't too important. You can see that we're just sketching. This is drawing for communication. This is not going to be framed and put in an art store somewhere. I think I'll just darken in this crack a little bit. Things I like to do is add a little atmosphere behind an object, and I'll use the short parallel lines again. I got this idea from Leonardo da Vinci. He would have these parallel lines framing the outside edge of a lot of his pen drawings. You can cross these lines. It's called cross-hatching, and I would recommend keeping roughly the same rhythm as your original hatch lines. That's what they call them, using these parallel lines. Hatch lines, and if you cross them, it's cross-hatching. And you can continue to overlap until you acquire this density you're looking for. To me, it's just relaxing. It's a lot of fun to do this. I'm using a tool, TUL, extra or fine marker. And that's just about it.